Listen guys, I'm gonna be real. Star Wars Visions is an incredible format for Star Wars, getting to explore these small stories across the galaxy that aren't always about the Jedi-Sith conflict is such a treat every single season. First season we had full anime episodes, and now this season we've got a different animation studio every single episode. So we get a lot of different animation styles this time around, and guys, I will admit, Season 2 does not disappoint, and it is a step up from Season 1. But before we dive into this review, welcome to the channel. If you're new, this is Geekly Goods, where we talk MCU, DCU, and beyond, y'all. Today we're going beyond across the galaxy to talk about Star Wars Visions Season 2. And let me begin by saying there's not a single episode in this season that I would say I didn't like. Whereas Season 1, there were a couple in there that I was like, maybe didn't like the twist as much, maybe not. Here, I really enjoyed every single episode. Whereas, of course, I like some more than others, I enjoyed every single one. I love how in this season, even though there is a lot of Jedi-Sith conflict, we do get to see some perspective episodes from Sith. Namely, especially the very first one, which is titled Sith. That's all I'm gonna tell you, but it's got a great watercolor-like look and feel to it. But I love that we get some episodes into the Sith lore a little bit, and we see and we really peek into the Sith. But I don't want to go too much into spoilers. Let's talk about this, guys, because this TV series has been... It's a good one, guys. Listen, the first season was good, but this season is outstanding. I love the diversity this season. We've got episodes with all Indian characters. There is an Indian woman who is a Jedi with 2 lightsabers. Man, I absolutely enjoyed that episode. Love that an Indian studio got the chance to create some Star Wars. In the penultimate episode, there's a lot of black characters. Listen, anytime I can get a black character in Star Wars, I'm happy about it. So I love the diversity in this season, the animation, the battles are animated so well. Most of them, if not all of them, are really good. My favorite episode, though, is the episode by Studio Mir. You'll actually recognize that because it's anime style, but not only is it anime, it's the animation studio behind Legend of Korra, Boondocks, and many other projects, and I love their episode. There are so many tropes from anime, but not only that, I love how this episode presents the light and dark and the philosophy and belief system, and it kind of questions the Jedi Order from the prequels and their philosophy and belief system. So I really enjoyed that episode as well. The music in a lot of them are outstanding, especially episode 2 with a bit of a chilling score, especially during the twist in that episode. I'm not gonna spoil, but there is a lot of chilling, great ballads in that episode. Really like the art style across all of them. If I had to have a favorite episode, though, it's gotta be the Studio Mir one. I think that's the 5th episode. Gosh, it's tough to remember which episode that was, but I really adored those episodes. I gotta sit down and see if these episodes somehow connect, because I don't think that there's a fluid connecting line, but there are so many great stories and great Star Wars lore presented in this show. I love that we have 15 minutes to just really explore some kind of new story that we haven't before, and this season really allows us to get out of that Jedi-Sith conflict. Like I said earlier, we get an episode of a mother and daughter pod race, so I love that one. I love being able to explore different stories in the galaxy. There's one featuring a dancer, and it's just a really great season packed with a diverse list of stories, a great cast, diverse characters, great animation all around. I want to just give 1 or 2 negatives here. First one being that unfortunately, the pacing in some of the episodes are just not great. So it feels like in some of the episodes, you're kind of just left off and you want more. I think some of the episodes do need more, and unfortunately, I'm gonna have to include my favorite episode on that list. I wanted a little bit more, and just like the twins in the first season, I want more of these. Sometimes we get these 15-minute Star Wars runtimes and these in Visions, and I want more. And unfortunately, some of the episodes do suffer from that. Unfortunately, it just feels left open-ended with some of them. Another negative, unfortunately, that I had was, at least in the order I saw them, I don't know if this is gonna be the official order, but I'm assuming it is. The last episode, I believe it was called like Ow Ow Song or something like that. The last episode was just not my favorite. and I thought it was not the strongest way to end the season. I thought the penultimate episode would have been a perfect season ender, because that penultimate episode, man, talk about an episode that just inspires hope and so much gravitas about humanity and helping each other. I can't go too deep because, again, I can't spoil, but Star Wars Visions was incredible. From animation styles to different stories, getting outside of the Jedi and Sith conflict for once, but also when we're in the conflict, presenting different philosophies around light, dark, and the coexistence of both. Really enjoyed this. I loved getting the perspective on some of the Sith, and I loved that first episode really giving us a look at, I can't say too much. I'm already saying too much, y'all. But guys, Star Wars Visions is incredible. I love how it plays with the philosophies and all. Guys, if I had to give a rating to Star Wars Visions season as a whole, I'm going 8.5 out of 10. Now, there are a couple episodes in this season that I would give a 9, or honestly, a few that I would give a 9.5 to. So you'll have to stay tuned once I drop my ranking of all the episodes, because I will absolutely have a ranking each episode from worst to best. And let me tell you guys, you already know the anime one is my number one, but these top 3 are so good that I would call them some of the best stories we've had in Star Wars in a while. Guys, if it's your first time on the channel, go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button down below, and we'll see you next time on Geekly Goods.